Welcome to the Vermund team. My name is Jared, aka Eagle Eye, and I am the lead designer and team leader for the entire project. Some of you have been around for a while, some of you know my face already, but some of you are friends of friends who have not yet met me. Um, this channel, the Vermund team channel, if you're going to be a part of this team, you have to be subscribed to this channel so that you can get updates and know what's going on with the game. This channel is not meant to be a big channel for a lot of people to see. It's mainly meant for, it's actually solely meant for the Vermund team so I can communicate with you. In fact, I'm also going to be giving access to this channel to Wade Logan, who is our art director. Many of you know him from Morehead State University. They're in Kentucky. I guess it's Kentucky. And he is a friend of yours. And so anyway, I'm going to be giving him access so he can record stuff here and upload stuff. This channel is just one of many things that we use for coordination and collaboration. There is a Vermund team mailing list that is at Google. Just do a search for, well, I think it's groups.google.com/group/Vermund-team. And in fact, I will show you on my Minicam here. Desktop, partial desktop. Right there. Let me zoom in. Right there. Go ahead and go to there and sign up for that. Also, we use Ventrilo, and right here is our Ventrilo server. What you need to do is set up a username for yourself. Download Ventrilo from ventrilo.com. It's spelled just like this, ventrilo.com. Download it, set it up, add yourself as a username, name the server EEISI or Vermund or whatever you want, it doesn't matter. The server information is here, 69.12.30.137, port 2341. Just go ahead and pause the video here if you need to. The password is coffee, all lowercase. When you hang out here, I will add you as a user. In fact, like server admin, user editor, you can see Magnell is on here, and he is rank EEISI staff. That gives him permission to get into the staff offices. We will make an account for every single one of you that's in the team, so you can hang out in Ventrilo and chat while you're at home when you're not like talking in person. For those of you that don't know or don't live nearby each other, this is a good place to communicate and such. The next thing I should go over, I keep on closing Minicam, is, well, I'll just keep it here, but the next thing I want to show you guys is we are going to be using the UDK, the Unreal Developers Kit. And as you can see, I have it open here. The lighting in this thing is just amazing. The texture detail is amazing. And this developer's kit is everything I could have ever asked for or wanted. It has all sorts of wonderful stuff. Let me see. I mean, we can do unlit mode here. I mean, just look at the difference between lit and unlit. Then there's lighting only, so you can see how much lighting there is, how much the scene is being affected by the lighting. We can do light complexity, and this just gets from black to bright red for, and green is kind of a cool color. It goes from cool to warm. Same thing with texture density. Notice, like right here, there's dense textures and such. I mean, all sorts of informational stuff to debug your level to make sure that it's not too much. Now you'll notice that this is light map density. The terrain is all red, and that heavily uses light maps. Then there's lighting with texel data. The smaller the square, the more dense the texel data, or the texture data. So I think this is so damn cool. But we can just go to, lit mode. I mean, it has good level of detail. The engine is very robust and complete. It's just amazing. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. I mean, look at this. It looks a little pixelated on the screen, but I mean, there's some bump maps there you can see, especially like right here, bump maps. Anyway, the point is, this is what we're going to be using. This search for an engine has been going on for a long time, and let me tell you, it's this game has been a long time in the making. This this project is over 10 years old. I lose track of how long it's been, and there isn't really a firm date that I got started on this. I mean, it started with an idea, kind of built from there. I'm not entirely sure exactly how to describe it. But suffice to say, I got started before Y2K. I mean, I remember sitting in doing the Y2K upgrade for Allstate back in '99 with a yellow pad of paper and writing out stuff, ideas for this game. So at the very least, it's a decade old. Now, back then, I was told, what makes you think you can make this game? Don't you know you're going to need to know how to program? I didn't know any programming languages back then. I said, yeah, I'll learn. Don't you know that you need to know how to do complex networking? And I said, by the time I learn how to program, the networking stuff is going to be automated. Well, you're going to have to share data between multiple servers. And I'm like, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Don't you know that next-gen games are all going to have to be 3D? You're going to have to know 3D. I said, no, then I'll learn it. In the last decade, I've learned 7 programming languages. I've become pretty damn good with SQL databases, and I have investigated and worked on so many engines, it's not even funny. I started working with the Ogre 3D engine. I worked on the port, or the wrapper between Ogre C++ versus Axiom, which is an Ogre port, into the .NET languages. I went from there to, man, actually before Ogre I used Jet, RNJet, and that was all Java. I didn't learn Java all that well. I don't count that as one of the 7. But I've worked in the last 4 years, I think, I've been working with TrueVision, and all I've ever found is that you hit a plateau with that. You get to a point where you just can't move on, and the reason for that is because of a lack of middleware. There is no middleware for it's just a renderer. It's just a 3D engine. Actually, all it is a wrapper for DirectX 9. It's very slow to update. There's one programmer for the actual wrapper, and there's another, the project leader. He does the website and all the business aspects of things. And they have their own 40-hour-a-week jobs, and this is just an on-the-side thing for them. They don't update it enough. They don't keep up with the technology enough. Now, I tried to go with Realm Forge, which, I tried Realm Forge like 8 years ago. It sucked back then. I found it again. It's called Visual3D.net now, and it's a lot better, but it's still in the betas. It's 0.9 beta. Has a lot better middleware utilities, but it's still got a long way to go. I had so many frustrations with the landscape generator. Just it's amateur hour, to be honest with you. So Wade actually showed me this Unreal Developers Toolkit and asked me to try it out. It has all the middleware we need. In fact, it has some middleware that we need that I didn't ever expect to get from a 3D engine. The the fact that you can have people model their own buildings and in their own download of UDK, the users, and then they can submit them to us, and we can just import that into our game as its own mesh or static mesh. They can do things in 3D Studio, they can do it in Maya, and it's very easy to import into the game. The other thing is the Unreal Engine itself allows for on-the-fly distortions and destructions. So like part of the game is going to be that buildings that are built can be destroyed. So that's a very important thing about this game, and it's already in the game. You do enough damage to a wall, it's going to crack and break, and it generates the breakage for you. It's really cool. It's amazing how much they've done with this engine. So the only problem that I think I may have is the fact that it's level based, and I want to be able to do seamless transitions across a gigantic world. But I've read one post in the forums regarding that you can do dynamic loading with seamless integration. So we'll see how that goes. The only downside I think to this, well, it's kind of a downside and upside. One, the upside is the engine's built for us. We have a team of people that have built this engine for us, and we get to develop in it for free until we release our game. The only caveat to that is once we release the game, we pay $99 a quarter, so $400 a year, and every quarter, any income that's over $5,000 on the game, any income, we pay 25% to them, which means if we make $100,000 in a quarter, $25,000 goes straight off the top to the engine company. I don't necessarily mind that though. In fact, the way I see it is this engine being so complete the way it is, and the developer toolkit and all the middleware, which includes UIs, animation sequences, all sorts of nifty stuff. I mean, it is full featured, complete. Everything I need is here. Everything. The way I see it, that 25% I would have had to been paying to team members to program something like this anyway. So it's, either that or it would have taken a decade of work to do what these guys have done. And these guys are professionals in game engines. So, you know what? Hand it over to the professionals, let them do it so that I can focus on making the game. What I need from everyone else is art, assets, animations, that kind of thing. I need models. I have an animator, a person that's really good. She's awesome. Kate, you are awesome with the animation. We just need to provide the models for you. We have other artists. Mainly, as it is right now, I am the sole member of the development team. We have Wade, Kate, Greg, and all of Wade's friends at Moorhead on the art team right now. I'm not sure how many even. So, that said, I would like every single one of you to download and install the Unreal Developers Toolkit, UDK. Every one of you needs to subscribe to this channel right now. And I will try to keep updates flowing here where I will show you my progress, and we will discuss things such as game design and such on this channel. And on the Vermund Team Google group for email purposes, and on Ventrilo, and yeah. So let's get this party started, folks. I'm really excited about this now that we have this UDK to work with. We have a nice consolidated platform. One thing, has speed tree included too. Yay. Trees, automated trees. That's awesome. So anyway, let's get to work. How about that?